Hello, Dream Team. Let's see if anyone jumps on. It's kind of like probably not the best time right now because people are getting off work probably, but let's just see who jumps on. Hopefully everybody had a great Valentine's yesterday, and I really appreciate everybody jumping on the page this weekend and helping each other while I was out of town. I super appreciate it. This beginning of the year has just been kind of crazy with everything going on with my aunt, and so I've been, I guess you could say, a little preoccupied. So I've tried to be on here as much as possible, but life happens sometimes and things come up and sometimes we can't control them, and we just have to squeeze everything in the best we can. And so that's what I've been trying to do with family and Moji Life this month. So hi, Diane. Anyways, so I really wanted to jump on today. First of all, and like I said, thank you guys all for helping so much this weekend. I hope you guys had a great Valentine's Day. Most of you probably noticed that I did not do a Top 10 Tuesday yesterday. That should not happen again. I'm super sorry about that. Hello. So basically, I was super busy this weekend with family and my aunt and stuff, and then I had my daughter's Valentine's Day party yesterday, and time just slipped away from me, and I just did not get to it, and I'm super sorry, but I will start it back up next week, and we'll get that going again. Hi, Carrie. With that being said, please, leaders, make sure that if you have even one person in your downline, or if you have 20 to 50, no matter what your downline is, if you have people that are, should be recognized in the Top 10 Tuesday, again, Top 10 Tuesday does not have to be the highest sales. It doesn't have to be the most recruits. This is anyone that's helping other distributors, that's being helpful on the team page, creating great, attractive marketing posts, creating really creative posts or pictures about Moji, anything at all that they're doing that stands out to you. Let me know. Send me a private message and let me know, like, hey, so-and-so needs recognized, because as our team gets bigger, it's getting easier and easier for people to kind of go under the radar or slip away from me and not notice. So I really need all my leaders to make sure that you're checking your genealogy in the back office, checking on people's cells, see what people are doing, checking, your Facebook. I try to always make sure that I'm always on Facebook a few times a day, and I'm scrolling through, and I'm always trying to like and comment on any post. And the reason I comment on posts, and I've said this before, is because, sorry, let me shut my door real quick. Sorry. My husband just got home, and so I can tell the kids are gonna be loud for a second. They get excited when he gets home. Anyways, so, what was I saying? Oh my goodness, Ashley. Let me see. Oh, so it gets harder and harder, or it gets easier for people to kind of go under the radar and me to miss them, and I don't want to miss anyone. And I think that highlighting people like on the Top 10 Tuesdays and our top sellers and those kind of things is what keeps most of us going. It encourages us, and it shows us that like what we're doing is working. And so I think it's really important to make sure that we're checking our genealogy, looking at our Facebook posts for our team members, making sure we're going on there and liking stuff, commenting on stuff. A lot of times I will comment when you guys post stuff because you guys know I'm part of Moji Life, but your audience doesn't know anything about me. So they're probably thinking I'm just a customer, and so I want to make sure and help and build your network too, and build, the excitement about this product and help you. So make sure that you're duplicating that with your team, and make sure that as people join your team, whether it's your first generation or your fifth generation, make sure that you're checking your genealogy and that you're adding them as a friend. Make sure that they're being added to the team page, because it's really easy, and it happens a lot more than not, that people will join and maybe want to do it more as a hobby, but then one of their friends tries the products and is like, hey, I want to be a part of this, and they want to build a career with it. And so where their upline maybe isn't as gung-ho as they are, they might kind of get left behind a little bit, and we never want that to happen. So if you have a big team, make sure that you're not just following up with your front line, that you're watching your whole downline. Other thing is, as we get bigger, on my genealogy, on all of our genealogy, we can only see 5 levels deep. So I can't see my 6th, 7th, 8th generation at all, or anything further than that even. So if they're having really good sales or they're building, a team quickly, I can't see that to recognize them. So it's really important to make sure to send me a private message and let me know so we can make sure that we're recognizing these people that are working this business, the right way and doing good what they're doing. Also, don't be afraid to ever do a shout out on your own. You can always use our team page to shout out people on your team that are doing great. That is exactly what this team page is for. So if you have somebody that is doing great, make a special post for them. They deserve it. Make sure they're getting recognized for what they're doing, and it's going to give them more confidence and more belief, and they're going to stay on that right path. So anyway, so make sure that if you have somebody that is doing well, reach out to me, let me know, especially the week before when I do Top 10 Tuesdays, because I want to make sure that we're just not missing anybody, okay? So main reason I jumped on is to talk about two things. What I'm going to be talking about is actually not my idea. This is from the amazing, incredible Lisa Grossman. Some of you may know her and some of you may not. She is another just mentor that I look up to in this industry. She's a legend in this industry, at least in my eyes she is. Just like Matt Morris, which I share a lot of his videos, as well as Eric Warhe. She just is definitely a professional in this business, and she gives great advice. And she was talking about this in one of the videos that I was watching 2 nights ago, and then I had watched another one last night, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so true. I need to share this with my team. So again, this is not my idea. This is not my thinking. This is completely Lisa Grossman, not me. So I know I always have notes, but I'll probably be reading off my notes a little more than I usually do, because I want to make sure I present it the way that she presents it, okay? So first off is your 100s list. Most everybody should know about a 100s list if you're on our team page, because when you join, it's one of the steps in the 4-step training to start your business. So most of you should know what a 100s list is. Most of you should have a 100s list. If you don't yet, because you don't understand really the concept of what it is or how to generate one, feel free to private message me and I will help you, as well as your upline. And whoever sponsored you, I know they will help you as well. So again, always feel free to reach out to me as well if you're a little confused on what the 100s list is or exactly how to go about it. I've talked about it a lot and we have, the training on it, but I'm going to just go over it really quickly again. But I don't want this video to be super, super long because I know it's getting close to dinner time. So anyways, I just want to just touch base on the 100s list really quick for anyone that maybe is a little confused or doesn't quite understand the 100s list. So a 100s list is a list of contacts. These are people that you think of, basically anybody that you know, you are writing their name down on paper. And I hear a lot that, Ashley, I don't know 100 people. Yes, you do. You don't think you know 100 people, but when you start taking down names, you're going to know well over 100 people. I guarantee it. And what's so cool about this 100s list, and this is one thing that people mess up with the 100s list, is they make that 100s list and they may use it for a little bit and they never go back to it. Your 100s list should continually grow. It should be nonstop all the time. You should be adding to that 100s list on a daily basis. So when you're first starting out, your 100s list, all your friends, all your family, any Facebook acquaintances you have, any coworkers that you used to work with, you write down those main people that you think about at the forefront of your mind. And then from there, to get that, you're probably around like 50, 60, 80 people, depending, everybody's going to be a little bit different. And then from there, you're going to think about everybody that you know that they know. So say that, okay, I have a really good friend named Megan, and we went to lunch like a month ago, and she brought 2 of her friends, Sarah and Alicia. I'm going to write their names down. Even though I don't know them that well, they're still a name, and I'm going to write their name down. So you're going to jot all the names down that you possibly can. And after you're done with that, you're going to now make it an educated list and an organized list. And this is a huge part of the 100s list. So this is called the star system, and this is what Lisa talks about, is after you do that 100s list, you're going to have a star system. So you're going to go through that list, and every person that is hardworking or driven or successful or just very social, maybe a stay-at-home mom or somebody that you know could really use the extra income, you're going to put stars. And the more stars these people have for traits they have or qualities they have that would be good for your business, for this business, you are going to put them to the top of your list. So they're going to be at the very top of your list. and then say, like I just said, Alicia and Megan, I barely know them. I'm obviously not going to have any stars on them because I really don't know if they're hardworking. I don't know if they're driven. Heck, I might not even know what they do for work yet. But what I'm going to do is make sure I find them on Facebook, and I'm going to make sure that I start building a relationship with them. Not talking about the business, but I'm going to make sure and go and start paying a little bit more attention to their Facebook pages. When they post something, I'm going to like it. I'm going to comment on it. I'm going to start building that friendship, that relationship with them, because the more I do that to them, the more they're going to notice me. And within time, they're going to start either asking me about Moji Life, or it's going to come up, or it's going to be easier for me to approach them about Moji Life, okay? So this hundreds list is super, super important. Now, a lot of times, like I said, people make that hundreds list and they never go back to it. So when I first started with Moji Life, I had a list of 142 people. That was the list I started with. I kid you not, I go back and I look at my list. Every single day, if somebody likes a post of one of my Moji posts, they get added to my list. Every time a new customer orders from me, they get added to my list. Every time something happens, or I talk to somebody, or I meet somebody in a new group, they go onto my list and they're going to get starred for whatever traits they have. So you're constantly adding. Every single day, you should be adding to that list. You never stop adding. So I started out at 142. It was a front and back page of a notebook just like this. And I'm at 15 pages now. 15 pages. And I signed up with Moji Life on June 29th. So that's 7 months. My one page front to back is now 15 pages front to back. So your list is going to grow and grow and grow. Every time someone likes your business page, you put them on your list. You don't want to forget about them. And it's easy, especially as you start getting results and you start adding to your business and you get busier, it's easy to forget about who you talk to. So make sure that you continuously are adding to that list and making sure you write down every single person. This doesn't mean that you're going to go out tomorrow, you're going to make this list tonight and you're going to go out tomorrow and message 200 people all at once. No. You are going to focus on what you can. For me, I try to focus on 5 people a day on my list. That's what I can do because I stay at home with my kids, I work Moji, and I help at my daughter's school. So I'm able to make time to message 5 people a day about the business opportunity. Now, other people might only be able to do 1 a day, maybe 3 a week. Whatever you can do, set that goal and make sure that you're working on that amount of people. Whatever goal you think you can do it. If you do it with flying colors with ease, then add a few more people the next week. Whatever you can do it, okay? But don't overwhelm yourself because you don't want to reach out to 10 people and say that half of them reach back out to you and then you're trying to message and be, actually listen to what they're saying, all 10 people in one night. That's a lot. So make sure you're not going to overwhelm yourself. Start out small and gradually do more as you can or what your schedule will allow you to do. Okay, so that's the hundreds list. So if you do not have a hundreds list, please start making one, especially if you're doing this for a career. If this is what you're doing, you're not just doing it as a little side job for discounts. You're not doing it just, to make a little bit of money here and there, a couple $100 a month. If you're doing this to build a team, if you're doing this because, you're wanting financial freedom, depending what your goal is, this is a huge part of starting out. So make sure you have this hundreds list. And whoever does have a hundreds list, make sure you're adding to your list every single day. What are you doing, sister? She's like crawling through, trying to sneak behind me like I can't see her. You're good. You can get what you need, but then just go out because I don't want Cash to come in and be loud, okay?
No, I want to.
Okay. Anyways, so make sure that you're working on that. So then now, let's see. We don't have a ton of people on right now, but it looks like we have a few. So give me some little bubbles if anyone has heard of a warm market. If you've heard of a warm market and a cold market, throw me out some bubbles. Let's see. We'll see if anyone throws out any bubbles. If you've heard about what a warm market is versus what your cold market is. So most of us, if you have been with us for a while, you're going to know what your cold market is and what your warm market is. Something that I just learned the last 2 days is, hey, JR, can you come get him out? Please? Okay, go out, please. Sorry. Anyway, so does anyone know what a hot market is? Has anyone heard of a hot market? Because this was new to me. Most of you probably haven't heard of a hot market before. Sorry, hold on really quick. Hey, come here. I know, I'll be right back out.
All right.
Okay, go. Don't do that. Oh, it's okay, I'll be right out. Oh my goodness. I thought this would be a good time to do it because my husband was home, but it's proving me wrong. Anyways, so your hot market, and this is again, Lisa Grossman is one who's talked about this. She's the one who's doing some trainings on it. And when I first heard it a couple days ago, it just totally made sense. And like I said, I just had to share it with you guys. So your hot market is your closest friends, the people that have known you your whole life. So close family members. It is also going to be best friends since you were a kid, people that you've known your whole life, people that already know who you are. They either, are looking at you like, oh yeah, you're not going to be able to do this. You're too shy to do this. You're too quiet. You're not going to be successful. Or, hey, I'm rooting for you. I hope you do well. This sometimes can be dream stealers because they think that you're just doing another pyramid scheme or that you're just doing a little get rich quick scheme. And that's not the case. But these people are the ones that it's easy for them to give you your opinion because they know you. And that's not a bad thing. That's okay. But the biggest mistake that we make in this industry is we go to the people we're comfortable with, so our hot market, to share the opportunity with. And it should not be that way. Your hot market is where you want to move all of your products. Your hot market should be your customers, because your customers these people in your hot market are going to more than likely support you and try the product, okay? Your warm market are people that are acquaintances, people that you have gotten to know from, as you got older with your coworkers or maybe friends along the line. They're people that you know well, they're really good friends, but you haven't known them your whole life. So they value your opinion and they know you. These are the people, just like your cold market, are people that don't know you at all. Those are the people that you always lead with the business. You always start with selling them the opportunity, sharing the opportunity with them rather than the products. But a lot of times it's out of our comfort zone to talk to these people that maybe aren't really, really close to us. So we present the product to them first. And it actually completely is flip-flopped. We should do it the other way. So what she says is, hold on, I got to make sure and find my spot here. Now I got to find it. I got going too fast, see? Okay, so for your hot market, how you would approach your hot market, especially for people that are just starting out. This is something I did in the very, very beginning, and I did it the wrong way. I approached my warm market and cold market with the product, and I did all of my warm market my hot market, was the people I first reached out to for this opportunity. And like I said, this is flip-flop. It should be the other way. You should be reaching out. So for example, if I was going to call my Aunt Becca and tell her about this opportunity, I would say something like, hi Aunt Becca, I've gotten involved in this business and I'm really excited about it. I don't want you to talk me out of it, and I don't need you to be a customer. I don't even need you to join my team. But I value your opinion, and I want to know if you would be willing to try this product in your home for a week. You could even say 2 weeks. I want to know if you will basically be a guinea pig and try this product in your home, okay? And from there, you're going to say either, let me see real quick. If you love it, great. Then from there, you can be a customer. But if you don't, you never have to buy from me. You never have to do anything with Moji Life again, okay? But I just want you to try it. Will you try it? More than likely, they are going to say yes. Because again, they're your hot market. They value you, they love you, they care about you, they want to support you, okay? These are your loyal customers. These are the people that you want to be buying from you every month. And what's so crazy is most of you know that I kind of like the statistics and everything, and so I have to get my numbers. If you do this, 80% of your hot market, 80%, if you call them on the phone, hey Aunt Becca, I have this amazing opportunity that was presented to me. I don't want you to buy anything from me. I don't want you to join my team. I don't want you to talk me out of it, but I do want you to try this product. 80% of them are going to try the product. If they say no, you can tell them, hey, can I ask you a question? Are you saying no because you don't want to support me, or are you saying no because you can't afford it right now, or like you can't invest in it right now? If that is the reason, then I myself would send them one of my air emojis and a fragrance to try in their home for a week. But more than likely, most of them are going to be willing to buy the air emoji, buy a fragrance, and try it in their home and tell you how they feel about it. So 80% of them most likely are going to say yes, that they will try this product. 30 to 50% are going to fall in love with the product and be a VIP, preferred customer, however you want to say it, a loyal monthly customer, and as long as you're in the business. If you think about that and say that each one of those customers, say that you message 10 people in your hot market in the same month, and 5 of them love the product. You are going to have 5 people at least spending 20 to $30 a month, most likely, on fragrances, maybe a little bit more if you get them hooked on the cleaning products as well. There's your $300 or $450 every single month. You never have to worry about. You never have to worry about because you created loyal customers through your hot market. Like I said, most people go to that hot market. I know I did. I was comfortable going to my best friend. Michaelin's my best friend, and she was the first person I called about this because I was comfortable talking to her about it. And I was comfortable. I also knew both of our situations, and we were looking for something like this. So it just happened to work out perfect. But the people I reached out to first about the opportunity was the people I knew best. They were the people I knew best. And most of you are probably doing the same thing. This isn't necessarily bad because a lot of times you will get your best friend and they're going to be like, heck yeah, I want to build this business with you. Like, yeah, I want to be financially free. I want to go on incentive trips. They want to do it. Same thing with family members. My mom and my sister are both signed up with Moji Life because they were the first people that I wanted to share this awesome opportunity with. So it's not always a bad thing. If you know somebody could do well at this and you know somebody needs this, then yeah, hot market, cold market, warm market, that's fine. Present it to them. But for the most part, try to get them the product in their hands first and make them a loyal customer. And after that, if they become a loyal customer and they're digging it, then bring up the business opportunity. So with your warm market, most of us are just sharing the products with them and we're not sharing the opportunity. Same thing with the cold market because we're not comfortable reaching out to them. We're scared what they're going to say. We're embarrassed that they're going to think that we're, crazy. And you know what? Some of them are going to think we're crazy, and that's okay. That's okay. What you're going to message to your warm market. Hold on, let me make sure I find it. Okay, so you're always going to lead with the business with your warm market and your cold market. Again, hot market is going to be hopefully your customers, your loyal customers, and then you're going to have your warm market and your cold market, and you are going to lead with the business. You want to start with the business, and if they say no to that, they're most likely going to want to try the product. They just might not be ready for the opportunity right now, and that's okay. So what you would say to somebody in your warm market or cold market is something like, hey, Ashley, I got involved with a new company, and I'm really excited about it. I always value your opinion. This may not be for you, although I am sure you're going to love this product. If you see what I see in this business, I really think that we could crush this together. If I was to send you a business overview, would you look at it? Would you? I've talked about this a lot too. Or if I was to send you a short video on the opportunity, would you watch it? A lot of times, like 60 to 70% of the time, they're going to read this message and they're not going to respond to you. Or they're going to tell you, no, not at this time. And that's okay. Most of us get that response and our first go-to emotion is, oh my gosh, rejection. I just got rejected. I can't do this. I'm done. I can't get anyone on my team. It's been 2 months and I have nobody signed up underneath me. No, no's are not always forever. Most people are either going to say no or they're not going to respond. It takes 100 no's to get a yes. The thing about this is you are planting the seed. You're planting the seed, the Moji Life seed in their head. So when they hear about it again, or when they see your consistent post, excited post sharing this product, seeing your customers get their air emojis and posting on your wall because they love the product so much, watching you promote, they're going to start believing. And in time, it could be 1 month, it could be 3 months, it could be 6 months. I'll tell you right now that I had somebody sign up last month that I had messaged back into, I think it was August. I had messaged them. They read the message and they did not respond. And guess what? They reached out to me last month saying, I see that you're being successful and I'm ready to give this a try. They didn't even respond to me 5 months ago, okay? It may take some people longer than others, and sometimes they never will. But again, no's not always forever, and they may say no to the opportunity right now, but again, it doesn't mean that they might not want to do a party and get free product. It doesn't mean that they're not going to, Oh, bye, Carrie. That's okay. It'll go recorded. And I know I was like, I'm going to keep this one short. I blab too much. I get talking and I can't shut up. But anyways, let's see. Okay. Anyways, it also doesn't mean, so it doesn't mean that they're not going to ever want free product and host a party. And it doesn't mean that they're never going to want to try the product in their home. So no's not always forever and it's not always for everything. So don't let no's discourage you. I've heard so much lately of people saying, I just did my launch party and, you know, I had no sales, or I didn't qualify in my launch party, or I've had 4 Moji socials this month and nothing's working. Okay. And then I'll be like, well, it takes time. I'm always saying you got to stay consistent and it takes time. Well, yeah, but we watched one of your videos and you said that your launch party did $400. Okay, that is true. My launch party did do $400. Is there a generic business opportunity video? Okay, Kaylee, so there actually is not yet, but this is something that is being worked on, I think, through the training with Moji Life. And also, I am going to try to do an opportunity video for myself, but I am planning on leaving out like any of my website and information on it so that any of the people on our team, if they want to use it and they're not comfortable doing a video until there's one made, they are more than welcome to use my videos. So I am working on a video currently, and I'm hoping to have it done, you know, in the next couple of days. And when I'm done with that, I will share it on our team page, and you guys are welcome to use it. Again, I'm not going to, like, I will, of course, always say, like, I'm Ashley with Moji Life Madness, but I'm not going to put my website on there. I'm not going to link my website anywhere in there. And, you know, so if you decide that you want to share this video, make sure that they know, like, to reach back out to you and not to me. But besides me saying my business name, I'm not going to be putting any links or anything on this video because I would like you guys to be able to use it if you would like to use it. So, anyways, and like I said, I will post that as soon as I do get it done. I'm working on it, so we'll see. I'm hoping to get it done in the next couple of days for you guys. But let me see, where's that? Every time I read these, I get so lost in my notes. I swear, I like lose my train of thought. But so when, yep, totally lost it. Now I can't remember what I was saying. Gosh dang it. That's okay though. I still have so many notes and it will come back to me. But, so this, oh wait. So basically with this kind of business, you want to build a consumer network with a lot of people doing a little bit of work, the minimal work. You're going to have superstars on your team that are going to just push and add and be top sellers. And the more the merrier, of course. But more than anything, you want to keep on recruiting and getting those people doing just that minimal amount, because the more that you can get each person to the next level and duplicate that, you're going to be at the top of the company in no time. It just has to be duplicated. Everything that you're doing has to be duplicated. And that starts with, like I said, hot market, pushing your products, and the warm and cold market, leading with your business opportunity. And it is something that you have to kind of get out of your comfort zone for, but it's super, super easy to do when you start looking at this opportunity as you're sharing it to help people. And I noticed somebody posted it, oh, I forget who it was, the other day, or it might have been this morning. Somebody had posted something about, you know, talking about the opportunity, and they had said, like, I was actually told that I was selfish for not sharing this kind of opportunity. And it's so true. You see so many people already in such a short amount of time ranking up and their lives changing, that why would you not want to share this with people? So when you start looking at it as not like I'm doing this for myself and I'm trying to build this huge team so I can make tons of money, but you're doing it so that other people can be at the top with you to make tons of money too and to better their lives, then it's a lot easier to reach out and message people that maybe you don't know that well. Now, once you message these people, you're not going to keep bugging them. If they say no or they don't respond, you don't want to keep bugging them. You leave it. You let them watch you. Now, with that being said, if somebody says, I'm not interested at this time, make sure you keep giving them attention. Because if you forget about them, they're going to forget about you. So if you have somebody that's maybe sitting on the fence, make sure you are continuously checking up with them. And that might not be messaging them every week saying, are you ready now? Are you ready now? No. But if they post something on Facebook, comment on it. You know, like their pictures. Stuff like that is building a relationship, at least on social media platforms. If you're running your business that way, which a lot of us are, I am, this is huge. You have to stay in contact. You have to stay in follow-up. You have to continuously be building these relationships with the people that you're talking to. Look at my notes one more time. So your biggest goal... Hi, Teresa. I messaged you the other day when I got in town, so let me know. You said you needed help, and I am back in town, so I can help you. But I did message you, and it was kind of late when I got home, so I'm free to chit-chat with you whenever you need me to. So another thing, like I was just saying about, and I think this is actually what I was talking about before I answered Kaylee's question, is we get nervous about rejection, and we're scared that people aren't going to take us seriously, or they think that we're just doing this little, like, pyramid scam or, you know, a get rich quick thing. And after you get a couple rejections, or if you go a month or two without getting a ton of sales, or maybe just 1 or 2 sales, people want to give up. And so about my social, this is what I was saying. So I did do $400 in my launch party, but the reason I did $400 in my launch party is I signed up on June 29th with Moji Life. We didn't launch until the 25th. The day that I signed up, I created a business page, and every single day I consistently posted my excitement about this product. And so when the July 25th came around and we launched, I started my online launch party, and yeah, I had people watching me for a month and a half ready to try this product because they seen I was excited. If I would have signed up on the 25th and did my launch party, I probably wouldn't have had a $400 party. So, and not saying I wouldn't have, but more than likely it probably would not have happened. So don't beat yourself up if your launch party doesn't blow out of the water. A lot of times, just like us, it's hard sometimes to buy things online. So if you can do an in-home launch party or do a little launch party with like the coworkers at your work, then do that. Bring it so they can see it in their hands. You're going to have a lot better results, but you still can. I had 2 launch parties and they both were extremely successful, and I did them both through Facebook. I did not do a home party with my launch party. But the reason that my launch party did so well is because I was continuously posting about the air emoji for a month and a half before my launch party because I had to wait until the website opened to do it. So if you're just joining and you do your first party and you don't have a huge audience yet and they don't know a lot about the product, that's okay. That's normal. A perfect example of this is a lot of us, especially women, know and have heard of Lip Sense, okay? It's a lip stain that stays on your lips for hours on end in the day. It's this amazing new product, and it's actually been around for, I think, quite a while, but it started to get more popular, or at least I noticed it in February of last year. So I had a friend sign up with this company, and she was posting about it. She was excited about it. Super awesome. It looked awesome. I wanted to try it, but I never did. And if she would have just stopped posting after 3 months because me and a few people didn't buy, she would have gotten nowhere. She has continuously posted, and I have more friends that have, joined the company now, and I have tons of friends that aren't in the company, but they love the products and they use the products, and they're always, it is nude, Samantha. I am wearing some right now. So this is my point. So I never tried it. It looked awesome. It intrigued me. But I never just tried it, even though I had tons of people posting about it on Facebook, whether it was people trying to sell it or it was just my friends using it and like loving it. I did not try my first Lip Sense until December. So I heard about it in February and I tried my first one in December. Of course, I fell in love with the product, and now I'm trying to buy like a color every month. So, because it's not like way expensive or anything, but I fell in love with it, and now I'm pretty much a loyal customer to one of my really good friends. So my point is it took me 8-9 months to watch my friends posting about their excitement for this product before I actually tried it. Most of the people in your audience, and most of the people in your network that you're sharing all this stuff with that are watching you, they see you. They're probably excited, but they just haven't done it yet. Most of us are not compulsive buyers. We all have a few awesome friends that are, though, right? We like those compulsive buyers. They see the newest thing and they want it. They see, the newest high-tech devices and they're like, oh, I want to try that. Maybe finances isn't an issue for them. So they're like, heck yeah, I'll buy one of those and see if it works, and if I like it, no big deal. But the majority of people are going to be like myself and probably like most of you, and they're going to be a little bit more timid to try something right away. It's going to take them time to get excited as you are. But just because somebody's not as excited as you doesn't mean you can just give up. Because if you just give up and you stop posting and you're not being consistent, how are you going to get sales? How are you going to get people to join your team? You have to be consistent. And I've talked about this a lot, but if another perfect example is in, October? I had a really slow month. And on that slow month, I could have been like, hey, I only signed 4 people this month. My sales were horrible. I didn't work the business like I should have. I'm just going to give up. I can't do it. I would have missed out on a lot of commissions and customers and new team members if I would have given up in October. But I didn't. I had a good month in September. I had a good month in in August and September with recruiting and sales. And then October was a slow month for me. It just was. We're all going to have different months that are slower and busier. That's just the name of the game. But if I would have given up, I would have missed out on so much that I did in the last 3 months. So much. Don't beat yourself up because you've been doing this for 2 or 3 months, maybe even 4 months, and you don't have a team member yet. Don't beat yourself up if your sales aren't super, super high every month. You're building your audience, and it is going to happen. And I can tell you right now that I am too, Teresa, and I'm so glad you're doing this with me. You're so awesome. I just love you. But let's see, 2 weeks ago, that's me. We talk a lot, Diane, and so I know sometimes it gets kind of frustrating and discouraging, but you always have people reaching out to you. So even though you might not have people jumping on board right away, you constantly are having people message you, asking you questions. And that's great. That means you're doing something right. You're pulling them in, you're grabbing their attention, and even though they're not jumping on right now, if you stay in contact with them and you keep paying attention to them, and they keep watching your success and your excitement, they are going to join, or they are going to want to try this product. So it's just that consistency. So in December, I didn't take the whole month off in December, but my whole life has been Moji since I signed up, which is awesome. Not complaining at all. I love it. But being it was December, it was the holidays. My daughter was out of school for 2 weeks. At the end of December, around Christmas time, I kind of went just a little bit low key with Moji Life. I still worked it. I was still there, but I wasn't putting in as much time. I wasn't being as consistent, and it showed. In January, when January started, I had no socials booked for the month. I had no lined up customers or potentials. So I had to kick it in gear and speed up like crazy to get my January team and get my numbers where I wanted. And luckily I did. I got back on top of it like I was supposed to. But just this past week, I was busy packing for going to Colorado to see my aunt. And then when I was there, I was so busy with family and running around that I didn't have my phone on me at all times. And honestly, I wanted to spend that time with my family and not be glued to my phone. So I kind of tucked my phone away. And guess what? This week, I'm having to kick it back in gear because I got to get socials lined up. I got to start talking to people that I was talking to 2 weeks ago about who were sitting on the fence. So I have a lot of follow-up to do. So you'll see when you stay consistent, you get results. And when you don't, and sometimes life happens, and that's okay. But as soon as you can get back on track, get back on track. And as fast as you can, and try not to go too far, or you get behind. And if you're not posting, people are forgetting about it. You might have 2 people or 10 people that are like, hey, I really want to try this product next week. I get paid. Say something comes up and you don't post for a week. They're probably going to spend that paycheck on something else because they forgot about the air emoji because they haven't seen you post for a while. So super, super important to stay consistent. We need a little R&R to give you an extra boost. And it's true. We really do. And that's how it was. December, I was just I just need a little downtime. I was still there on the team page and stuff, but I definitely slowed down on my business a little bit because I needed to spend some time with my family and give them some attention because I have been super, super busy. But in doing that, I had to pay for it. I had to really kick it up in January to get my numbers back to that consistent level and to hit the rank that I want to hit consistently. Sorry, my dogs pushed the door open and my kids are super loud. Anyway, so I didn't want this to go super long, and I already know it went way longer than I wanted, but I really wanted to talk to you guys about this Lisa Grossman. You guys can look her up. You guys can basically, she's going to tell you what I had just said. If you look up her training, it's called Hot Market. And so you can look her up on YouTube. Another huge thing really quick is self-development. Everything that I'm learning, that I'm teaching you guys, isn't from my upline teaching me. It's not from anyone holding my hand and helping me. I am stepping outside of the box a little bit, and I'm doing my own self-investigating. And if I'm struggling 1 month in recruiting, I'm going to watch as many YouTube videos as I can and as many of the mentors I look up to get some tips and tricks on what I can do to try different to get some more recruits. If I'm having a hard month with sales, I'm going to do as much research online and YouTube videos to find what I can do to pick my numbers up in the month. There is so much good information out there, and there's so many good mentors. And the mentors I like, you may not click with, and that's okay. There's so many out there that are amazing, wonderful leaders, professionals in this industry that you can learn from. So if you're really wanting to take your business to the next level, read books. Download Audible readings that you can listen to while you're getting ready in the morning, or when you're driving to work in the morning if you work. There is so much out there that you can research and learn that only takes a little bit each day. I try to make sure that I do an hour of learning a day, whatever it is. Sometimes it's not an hour. Sometimes I'll find a video that's 30 minutes and I'll take notes, and that's my thing for the day. Some of us have different schedules and we can't do that daily. But if you can make a plan at least once or twice a week to do something educational for yourself and your business, and then not only listen to it and take notes, but practice it, you're going to start learning more. You're going to start getting good at this business. You're going to start becoming a professional. And that's one thing Lisa says is, we hear all the time, to be an expert at anything, you have to have 10,000 hours to be an expert. So to be like Eric Warhe and Matt Morris, 10,000 hours is what you need to be an expert. But to be good at something, to have good sales, to have a good commissions check, to have a good bonus, 20 hours. 20 hours is all you need. Okay? So if you put that time in and you do the work, not depending on anyone else, because only you are responsible for your success. You can't blame it on an upline. You can't blame it on a customer base. You can't blame it on anything, because obviously there's proof that people are successful with Moji Life already in 6 months. So you know what can happen. You see our top sellers every month. You see people are selling $3,000 a month. You see people are selling $1,000 a month or $500 a month. So you know what's possible. You can't say the product's too expensive because people are buying it. You can't say that no one wants to join your team because of the comp plan, because there's other people that are getting paid out by the comp plan and they're recruiting because of the comp plan. So whatever it is that you're needing right now, go out and find more information to learn about this, okay? And then as you do that, you're going to become good at it. And in time of being consistent with learning and putting it to the test and practicing it and duplicating it and teaching it to your team, you are going to be at the top of this company. You are going to be an expert in this company. So the last thing I'm going to say, and I'm pretty sure that I heard it from Kevin first. I could be wrong. I hear so much stuff and I watch so many videos, but I'm pretty sure Kevin is the one I heard this from. You can pick to either do the 4-year plan or the 40-year plan. A 4-year plan is where you work your hiney off for 4 years consistently. Whether you have a bad month, a good month, whether you go 3 months with no recruits, whether you go a whole month with only $50 in sales, or you get no sales and you have to put your own $50 in for that month. We're all using the products anyway, so we should be putting in that $50 no matter what. Because if you're doing this business, I sure as heck you love the air emoji, right? So you should be buying your fragrances every month. And then we have the cleaning line too. So be a product of the product, right? So you can do the 4-year plan or the 40-year plan. 4-year plan is where you're going to work your hiney off consistently no matter what for 4 years so that you can, A, retire yourself, possibly retire your spouse if you have a spouse, and live financially free. Or you can work the 40-year plan working the job you work right now, or if you're a stay-at-home mom, your husband working the job he works right now for 40 years and then him retiring and barely be able to live off that retirement. I know what plan I'm picking. I'm picking the 4-year plan. Yes, it's a lot of work, and a lot of people sign up because they think it's quick and easy, and it's not hard, but it is a lot of work. You have to put in the time you can to get the results you want. if you're wanting to make buku bucks in this industry and in this business with Moji Life, then you have to put in the time for it. If you're just doing it for a hobby, then a few hours here and there is just fine. So you need to figure out what you want out of Moji, and then you need to figure out a plan on what you're going to do to get there. So like I said, for me, I know I'm on the 4-year plan. I know for a fact that I don't want my husband working in the oil field for another 40 years, working his bum off. It's a dangerous field anyways. I don't want him doing that the rest of our lives. I really don't. And so I would love to be able to retire him. And I also would love to know that me retiring him, I'm not retiring him to live off of $2,000 a month. I want to know I'm retiring him because we're going to be living off of $10,000 a month, maybe more. Okay? So anyways, I just, again, really wanted to talk to you guys about Lisa Grossman's 100s list. So everybody who has a 100s list, make sure you're adding to your 100s list every single day. Make sure that if you don't have a 100s list, that you start working on one. And if you need help, I can help you. Your upline can help you. Anyone on our team, there's so many people, so many leaders that are willing to help you. Whether you're in their direct downline or not, they are willing to help. So 100 list, get it your 100 contacts down, and then start organizing it. Make an educated list, and then figure out how many people you're going to message a week or a day, and then do it. You have to do it to get results, okay? And the sooner you do it, like I said, most of these people are going to take a few months of watching you to see you be successful before they're ready to join. So make sure that you are keeping that 100 list going, as well as make sure that you have them starred and that you're adding to it. Make sure you're starring them and making it educated so you know who you're going to reach out to next. So you're never kind of second guessing, who am I going to talk to next about this? And then the hot market versus your warm market. So make sure that you're starting out with your warm market, trying the product, and just like the birthday blast. Yes, exactly like that. So anyways, I didn't want to take up all your night. I have to go cook dinner. My kids are going crazy. But I actually have a few other things I want to talk about, but I'm going to do over the next couple of days. I'll try to jump on. I always try to jump on at least once during the week to do a little small live with you guys and touch base with you guys. I think it makes it nice to kind of interact with each other. But I'm going to try to start doing a few more. It's been really, really busy at my house, so I'm trying to do as much as I can on both places. And sometimes it's easy to jump on and do a video quicker, and sometimes I just don't have the time for a video, and so I have to do it in a post. But we're halfway through the month. Let's make February a great month. Everybody's doing awesome, and yeah, let's just see what happens. So anyways, again, I hope you guys had a great Valentine's yesterday. Thanks so much for all the help this past weekend. I'm actually going to be out of town again this weekend, but I will have my phone on me, so no worries. I will have my phone on me the whole time, but I will be out of town. So I probably won't do a video this weekend. It will probably be next, but I'm going to work on the opportunity video, and when I get that done, I will get it up for you guys, and you guys are welcome to use it. So anyways, have a great night, and I will be back on soon.